Send up to the time, you know it's Vybz Kartel, representing for Seanstorm TV and Top Dancehall. And first of all, we have to big up King Stitch, Big Youth, and Daddy Roy will start dancehall. And then we have to big up the host, one little short dancehall.
Well, to the other one, them when they get killed in a church. We not hear about them ones, eh? When I realize more and more people commit crime and I get away.
Hello my viewers and subscribers. Greetings. I hope you all are doing good. Hope you all are doing great. So your boy here come across this one wherein Vybz Kartel seen in an interview fully active. Plus guys, you will be also hearing from Mutabaruka tackling a lot on the cutting edge concerning religion. Bigger debate. So guys, this one is gonna be really a warm and interesting one, so you wanna stay tuned. And don't forget, I'm here on the Black Unity program, so feel free to leave a like and subscribe to this channel if you're new. With that being said, let's go ahead and hear what Vybz Kartel and Mutabaruka got to say in this one, my people. Let's walk.
But Afi introduce the world boss right now on Vybz Kartel, Adija Farmer.
Send up to the time, you know it's Vybz Kartel, representing for Seanstorm TV and Top Dancehall. And first of all, we have to big up King Stitch, Big Youth, and Daddy Roy will start dancehall. And then we have to big up the host, one little short dancehall. So I'm going things.
I am here right now and it is a pleasure to see you outside and just within the atmosphere everywhere, because when we look on my phone we see it everywhere.
Yes.
And it's just amazing to have you back on the streets right now. First and foremost, people want to know what's it like right now to be outside after so many years. What's it like?
I feel like a new person right now. You know them other things?
Yeah.
Yeah man, cause we've been inside so long. The sad thing about being inside is getting used to the routine. You know what I mean? You're there so long that you get used to the routine, and it's not a good thing. Why? Because it institutionalizes you. So coming back outside now, right now me I feel learn. It's like me I readapt to society. You know what I mean? Me I feel rehabilitate myself. And the feeling me still a process it, but what me can say, it feels good. Yes, ma'am.
And what's it like to see your children most of all? Like, everybody grown up now, grandkids. What's it like? Your mom, your dad? What's it like just being around family right now?
I tell you, Pinky, man. Them have a word bigger than happy.
Supercalifragilistic.
Espialidocious. That's the thing. Trust me, no joke. You know, if you see my mother, and one time I ever see my mother while I'm locked up, you know, and I went to the hospital. They didn't ask the superintendent at the time, Super Brown, A.D. Brown, they did ask him at the time if my mother could have come visit me at the hospital. You know what I mean? Because I never one time to forward to prison. You understand? And never she sent me a prison. You know what I mean? The silver? Yeah, so I never want she forward to the prison. So when we did sick one time, I'm in the hospital. I asked the superintendent, you know, yeah, give me a little reply, and he did. So big up A.D. Brown, you know what I mean? And I saw me see my mother. It's a joy, man. My grandchildren, when me just get locked up, I had children, and those children gave me grandchildren. So you see it? It did, man. Trust me, yeah, it's an amazing feeling. As you say, supercalifragilistic, espialidocious.
Right. I want to ask you, it's a funny question.
Why is it funny?
Right.
She know it did forward.
People, I know, I was prepared for it, right? I was prepared for it. So, after not being around a steering wheel for 13 long years, what was it like for you the first time being in a vehicle behind the steering wheel?
You should know because you didn't have the back seat of video me. People, you should wicked. So you know, you didn't have the back seat of video me, but me feel scared. I'm never up on the toll. But you know, as I said earlier, a lot of things I have to read relearn. Because just driving, bro, you know things say, yeah, we've been a drive for 20 years, but 13 years not driving, different thing. 13 years not interacting with regular people, different thing. So a lot of things you have to relearn. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So rehabilitation not only starts when you're in prison. After you leave, you have to reintegrate now in a society. So it was difficult, but we still are get there. You know what I mean? That's why I say equilibrium so reach. So find the balance.
Right. Alright, so how do you respond to the social media? Because at the time social media was not such a big thing, right? And now social media is the thing. So how do you adapt to that? How do you work with that?
I mean, just like everything else, we are trying to re-adapt and relearn it. But remember, Vybz Kartel, before Vybz Kartel got arrested, we were the kings of what was then social media. You know what I mean? Even when we did have Kartel Speaks His Mind program, which you could have called it vlogging. At them time, before we as Jamaicans even get used to the term vlogging. You know what I mean? And that's how when we even say things like, this time here I was thinking they were Bill Gates. You know, all of them think they come. Exactly. So social media for we consider Vybz Kartel one of the pioneers in the early social media movement. And now we see fast improvement. What you say, bro?
BBM blast.
And BBM and them thing, the Blackberry. You know them made it. So yeah, I know social media, as we say, to run the whole place. Yeah man, it's fun man. The people them say me feed everything. They see all two mosquito a fuck. Have sex. And me feed it.
Yeah.
So it's just a jar, you know? Yeah.
Right, and I'm glad that you touch on that, you know, because remember before you guys went away.
Wifey guys.
Before you went
and the
away.
Moscato was drink people. And that start you, the Moscato.
The part in the night that you say mosquito.
Do you think I hear the kid?
So, before you went away, right? Remember the teacher's pet was the thing.
Yes, man.
Teacher's pet was the thing, you know. Them time them I go to school, I can't wait for reach home to watch CBM just for see what going, right? So teacher's pet was the thing on
Friday?
It was on Fridays, yes, every Friday. Right? So that was one of the biggest things at the time. Right? So right now, the whole social media is right now, and everything that you have been doing back then, so it wouldn't be a difference. It wouldn't really be a difference, right? Because as you say, Kartel Speaks His Mind, that would have been the blocking of that time. So right, so it's nothing new right now. So speaking about teacher's pet, do you have any plans of starting up back?
Yes and no. If you mean starting back like another reality series, yes, definitely. Because you know we have Kiss Me Baby TV, but we are working on now, you know, big up my fiance, we're pretty than Beyonce, I see them, you know what I mean? So that's a good point, thinking. So we definitely I go do a next reality series. Kiss Me Baby at the start, and my son them say them want to do a series too. Maybe I them have to continue the kind of teacher's pet vibe. Because remember me a one burner now, like cold stove, you know.
Right.
You see me? You have to cook the rice and take it off and then you fry the chicken. You know what I mean there? So a one burner settings. But yeah man, reality TV, we have to involve in that. Because you know, as you say, as even you say, how you say, when you was a little schoolgirl coming home, to dying for see Kartel, exactly. So yeah, the answer to that is yes.
Right. What's it been like to actually be in studio with your sons and boys, and just to see them while they are doing what they're doing, and for them to see you, the great, in action, actually performing and building a song from scratch, and what's it like to just be in that space with them?
No, be a good question you're asking. A long time for the interview. Yeah man, because I feel it. But believe me, Sifa. Yeah man, because I tell you, say, being in the studio, as I said earlier, when I leave, get locked up, then you have kids, bro, like literal chill check.
You got can't say Sham Stam with a Sham
Good. Sham Stam. You remember Siva?
Sham Stam.
Alright. So little
I
of it.
thought
Them
of
time
it.
them could say Sham Stam or if it's a Sham Stam. I say yes, Siva say. You know what I mean? I could him could even walk. I creep him at like TLC. And since I'm forward the road, the man them build them own studio in my yard. I'm literally record songs on there. So the comment, I told you that the comment is coming. That literally record in the studio when my son them set up. Trust me, man. I tell you, say it's an amazing feeling for know say, and it's an amazing feeling, and it's also a kind of sad feeling for know so I lose so much time. You know what I mean? So it's a bittersweet. Why is it tasting? But you understand what I mean, people? Trust me, man. So you know, I tell you, say I feel so good, and them feel so good because when them watch me an actual record in them adult stage now, them are saying, yo, I saw the teacher, what? So them just see how I go to work, you know them way there? So yeah, man, it was a good feeling.
So remember, I'm telling you before, I'm going to tell you again, you only get the exclusives right here on Shan Sam TV, Talk Dancehall, where we talk dancehall, and we are here now with dancehall, right? Alright, so yeah, I'm happy that you spoke about the comments, because the comments outside on the internet. What did you say about it? How did the comment come about?
The worst? Well, a long time I tell them, I remember in a comment, is a thing where I travel through space at miles per second, thousands of miles per second. You see me? And when it hit, it make a big impact problem.
Yes,
you know what I mean? And as a matter of fact, I did tell them 6 years before, when they said, people said, damn it, I did about it again on the planet, feeling erratic and bleach out and colored like Spider-Man. Comic, the comet is coming, no one can stop it. But tell them, so we don't forward and them feel like a joke. So when we forward now, they say, I thought I told you that the comet is coming. So we get the punchline for the song. Now, the verse for the song, if you notice, me I go the one long verse. You understand?
Right.
Yeah. Me in a Air Force and a Converse. So, even the part of me say, person did that, but out the road the heat worse, because from a forward out, it's like the people that put me in the hot seat.
Right.
So the heat worse. People say, Kartel, yeah man, you fi bleach. Kartel, you no fi bleach.
Right.
Kartel, if you go back to Shorty. Kartel, if you stick with Sidem. Kartel, if you jump. Kartel, if you stand up. Kartel, if you fly. Kartel, if you swim. So everybody have an opinion. So, and as usual, we don't need years. So, as usual, you know what we have to do. Address everybody issue. You know what I mean? Yes, I saw Vybz Kartel go to work. So, I tell them 6 years ago, said the comment was coming.
The comment is here.
No, the comment is here.
The comment is here.
You know what I mean?
And how do you feel about the responses that the song has been getting? Because 1 million in 1 day?
Million a day? Yeah, I mean, yeah man, and it's still the number one after what, about 7 days, you know?
1 week.
1 week, yeah man, so that's the thing there. So the response, it feels good, but remember, a typical cartel that from before me get locked.
You never really,
No, we're not sweating, man. A regular thing that to the teacher, man. But remember, Gaza Nation are loyalists.
Right.
Gaza Nation are loyalists.
Right.
Like Sean Stam. You know what I mean? I was a little son used to say Sean Stam. Yeah, bigger me nigga. So, yeah, we're not surprised.
Right.
You know what I mean? Gaza Nation, they just wait for the comment.
It's a wait. Gaza Nation, big up on yourself. Because you know, wait and a loyal stand firm like Sean Stam.
Exactly.
Right? And this is just the result of Gaza Nation being loyal and being hopeful, faithful, and just putting it into the universe and see it here right now manifest. It's a manifestation right now. Right? So we have to big up the Gaza Nation crew. Big up everybody we are saying Vybz Kartel, Sean Stam, you understand, Matsus, just to see him Cairo. You understand? So free Cairo. Gaza Nation, continue doing the thing, big up on yourself, Pink Boss and represent Gaza Nation. Just the same. Alright, so Adija, right? I know you are a very intelligent person, and I know that while you were away you must have been reading books. Right? Would you like to share with us some of the books that you might have read?
Alright, well, when we in a prison, most of the books that we read are like fiction.
Right.
Whole heap of Daniel Steele, you know what I mean, and just whole heap of newspaper and them.
Right.
Because you know the media, I be like them tell the people, so they are also fiction.
Right.
You understand? So yeah, the last book I read was about the Harlem Shuffle.
Right.
Yeah, about black people life in America in the 60s and 70s. Nice, a couple. I mean, fictional characters, but it's centered around real event.
Right.
So you can step in a Kingston bookstore and stuff, but them can't pretend.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm glad about them. I read the Nipsey Hussle autobiography. So R.I.P. to Nips. So yeah, well, you know, we always a read and we always a write. If you're right, you can't wrong.
Right. And if you're right, you can't live. So
I left on the use. Yeah. That's why I left them in the music. You know them here there? They say things said, man. Right.
And remember, you are also an author yourself.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, when we in at the club, remember the bookman we are rolling.
Right.
That's a Michael Dawson. We call him the bookman because me and him write the book. So he's my co-author on the book. You know what I mean? Voice of the Jamaican Ghetto. It's sold out. We're going to reprint some copy.
Okay.
Like sold out, you know?
Right.
Yeah, man.
So, is there any more books that you think to write now that from the experience that you had inside?
Yeah, definitely.
Right, so we can look forward to.
Yeah, man, we can look forward. Yeah, man, I still have a co-author with Michael Dawson.
Right.
You know what I mean? Him have a bad,
very.
Yeah, man, have a bad writing style too, and him know if I put the story them together. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, we have a lot of things to say and a lot of experience to give the youths them, you know?
Right.
So they can further understand themselves.
Right.
Yeah. Know what to do and what not to do. So, yeah, man, the book is forwarding.
Alright, so the viewers want to know, right? Remember from the forward out, God is great. God is real.
Yes,
God is the greatest. God is real. Love God.
Man, yes,
right?
Man.
The people want to know how serious you are about that and how closer have you been to God right now.
I'm very serious because from forward out, I don't hurt nobody. I behave myself. You see me? I say, I behave myself and I stay up on the straight and narrow.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're not shooting a bow and arrow.
Right.
Just want to ease myself and thing. You know, enjoy life, celebrate life, and celebrate God Himself, you know, because of Him. You know, see if I know, with their prisoner, trust me, in my darkest times, and I God will have to turn to man, yeah, man, and put in a word, man, or two, and talk to the big man and make him know, say, Father God, you get me through the hard deal, trust me, man, never stop calling your name, never stop. And that's why you see right how I go so boom and put on the tattoo from in a prison.
Right.
You understand, because we have the faith now. After we find ourselves, you know, find God within ourselves and without ourselves. You know. The faith was so strong that I put on the tattoo from in a prison. Sean dead and sleep.
Right.
I would believe, I would know.
So you would say that Vybz Kartel has become more closer to God, and Vybz Kartel found God while being incarcerated.
You can't find God and never last.
Right. God found you.
Exactly.
Right. God found you.
So I don't want you them to understand. You know what I mean? So it's an amazing feeling to know say you're blessed. And know say you're guided by a creator. You know what I mean? Because all it we've been through, you know, all it me I'm charging them been through. I will come out stronger than a man. You see, man, they are prison now. Puff Daddy may send them on suicide watch. Not in a Cartier watch. So just to show you the resilience what we did have where we get it from I got below. I mean, I never had a kill.
Right.
So them way they say, yeah, man.
But when you're blessed, you can feel it, you know. Because when you're blessed, you know, big up to them, because when you see them.
Come here, man. Kiss me, baby. Come here. See it? You heard me?
Oh, want to subscribe to Kiss Me Baby TV whenever you hear.
Yes, and Sean Stamp TV.
Right.
Go with our dancer.
Right here with dancer. Right, so. Teacher, you look good. I'm not going to tell you, see them. I have to compliment your husband. You look good. You look real good.
Thank you, dear boy. Thank you.
And my sister, the fashion is still fashioning.
Yeah,
so,
man. Yeah, man.
How you know, from back then fashion, from true religion days, straight jeans and fitted days, to nowadays fashion?
No, I remember I got my style. Air Force, we say New Jordan at the IFS thing. So I just Vybz Kartel swing. And it's up to the time thing. So right now we sashi out and thing. As you notice, we're in a full block. You know, we have to pay homage to the Alliance. You know what I mean? Big up Bounty Killer anyway. Yeah, so we're out and about. You know what I mean?
Go kill the man. Well, to the other one, them when they get killed in a church. We're not hear about them ones there. We realize more and more people commit crime and get away. Even when them catch them. Even when them go to court. So I don't know where I go on. But the church seem to be losing a certain sacredness and a certain strength of a certain sovereignty, I should say. You know, the church is supposed to be immune from certain things in Jamaica. But now we have to question the whole validity of that immunity that is given to the church. Because in a country that is supposed to be Christian, because them say most people in Jamaica give validity to Christianity, yet still we say these Christian-minded people who supposed to evolve in a certain thinking don't evolve, and them trying them best to make the people them evolve, but apparently the people them still in the archaic way, because a youth dress like a woman and a dance with a man, and them kill the youth. Most Jamaican see that as a sinful thing and them deserve it. Me don't know about that still. Me don't know about that because I never hear nobody kill adulteress in Jamaica yet. And if you ask most people why him against homosexuals, him going to tell you, say, is the Bible him see it, you know? That any man who lie with a woman, any man who lie with a man should be stoned to death. But the same Bible tell you also that if a man lie with a woman, or a woman lie with a man, I should say, that is not her husband, she should be stoned to death. And the Bible also tell us that you shall keep the Sabbath holy, and any man or woman that don't keep the Sabbath, they should be stoned to death. They should be carried in the center of the city and stoned to death. And if a man disobey his parents, he should be carried into the city and stoned to death. I don't hear nobody a stone no picnic to death because the picnic disobey the parents. I don't hear nobody a stone nobody to death because they broke the Sabbath. Who dare to be driving taxi on a Saturday? You should be stoned to death. So we don't know where we are going so still, because we are choose one thing and I choose the other. But there's a certain mindset in a Jamaica that will make you do things viciously, and you make become a criminal. Even the man where claim Christ as his personal savior, even the bishop will stand up on the pulpit and preach to the sinners in the congregation, because the leaders of Jamaica, if you check all of them, I know you none of them say them a Muslim. I know you none of them say them a Rasta. I know you none of them say them a Buddhist. I know you none of them say them is atheists. Yet still, some of them could have be atheists. Some of them could have be Buddhists. Some of them could have be Rasta. Some of them could have be Muslim. But them now go say it. So them is hiding under the fractal of what is popular. So when January come, the whole of them congregate in a one place and having prayer breakfast without authenticating their allegiance to something other than the national religion, which is Christianity. So who among us will stand for what he truly believes in? That do allow the society to decide what he thinks and is rational behind what he see as a logical explanation to his faith. Because most people grow up in a religion based upon for the environment where they live in. Maybe if I was in Saudi, not if I was in Saudi Arabia, I would be a Muslim. If I was in Tibet, I would be a Buddhist. But some of us become Buddhists, some of us become Muslims, even though we live in a society that is predominantly Christian. And some people become Christian in a predominantly Muslim world. So the possibility exists to move outside of the box or what is seen to be socially correct. There's a possibility to do that. But sometimes the possibility only exists when the individual think outside of the box and recognize that there's something other than what the environment that him live in. Or something there is something else is there to offer him some solace in his consciousness. Black people need to wake up, because right now when we look on everything with them give away, it would appear that nothing is working. You don't see that? Because for something to be of value, it must be working consistently. Not sometime it work and sometime it don't work. It's not a betting game you're working with. It's not a betting game. It's supposed to be working continuously. It's not supposed to work this a 5 year and the next 5 year no work, and the next 5 year it work and the next 5 year no work. You're not supposed to get baptized in the healing of the water in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. And then you go to your bed and pray. Say, boy, right now, Father, help you, oh Lord, that we can get a job tomorrow. And then when you get up, you walk out your heel bottom, sun a burn you, your clothes tight by you, you sweat, you can't even have food if you go buy a Pepsi. And you go home without the work. And you go back to your bed and I pray again. And you realize, boy, this thing ain't work at Jamaica, so you have to go pray for get a visa. And you pray, and you pray, and you pray. And you go to your pastor, and the pastor say, well, you have to pray and believe. And you know, say, when you come to me and you pray with me, you know, say, anytime you go there tomorrow morning, the Lord will make sure that you get your visa. And you get up 3 o'clock in the morning from Westmoreland, from St. Thomas, from Portland, for you get to go to the embassy, for stand up in the line. And when you reach in there, you tremble like you're in the cool already. You tremble like you're in the cool already, and you don't feel the cool yet. And when you go there, you give the woman your papers, and she look for you. She don't even look for you good. She just look for you good, so I go down, so look for your papers, and I ask you 2 questions, and then say, I'm sorry, ma'am, but I cannot grant you this fever at this time. They waited pray for. It no work. So sometime it work and sometime it no work. It's supposed to be consistently working for it to be something of valid, something of substance. Because if it don't go work sometime and no work the other time, it's a chance. It's a chance business. And prayer and believing in a God not supposed to be a chance thing. It's supposed to be a reality. It's not supposed to work sometime and don't work sometime. Because if it no work sometime, you got to claim now, say, boy, right now, and the guy got to tell you, boy, actually you never pray, you never believe enough. And when it work, him tell you, say, yeah, you see it, and he tell you, say, you must pray, I see it work. So our man now pray for the man who lose him leg, for make him grow back him leg. Or we don't see nobody a pray for that. Look how much 1 foot man a walk around the place. Or nobody can pray for make a 1 foot man foot grow back. But him a pray for say the cancer gone. A man have cancer and him pray and him pray. And the next day him go to the doctor say, I don't see no cancer. And him say, see there, I truly pray and make him cancer go away, you know. So what to the man where you pray for and him cancer still there? It's a chance thing. How come prayer become a chance? Prayer not supposed to be a chance. Prayer sometimes supposed to be something where continuously happen. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. It's supposed to be continuously happening. It can't be something of a chance. Because if it's a chance, I better you throw up a kind up at the ear, head or tail. Tail, my foot grow back. Head, my foot now go grow back. Boof. Head come, your foot now go grow back still. That's how it go. That's how it go. So if you feel so when the head come, your foot now go grow back, and tail come, your foot now go grow back. Head come, your foot now go grow back. Because no prayer, no heads or tail can't make the foot grow back. That's the reality of nature. That's the reality of life. You lose 1 foot, your foot now go grow back. You have to go get some metal thing, each arm on it. So them have we in a conditioning. Them have we in a box. Them have we wishing and hoping. And the wishing and hoping is a chance. If a man is ignorant of something, and in his ignorance, he predicts something, and something come true, it don't mean he's not ignorant. It just means that the thing come true. And it's not because him said it come true at the time when him said it in him ignorance, why it come true. So a man in him ignorance, a prayer for win, for a race horse, for a ass come in. And the ass come in. Him say, God, you see there, I try him pray. You know what prayer I pray. Him tell him, brethren, you know what prayer I pray last night. And enough prayer I put up last night. I mean, know that the ass not going to win, you know. Because I beg God. Because God now going to make you take more than you can. When him say, them say, God now make you bear suffer more than you can bear it. And all them have, oh, you mean, then look how much people are suffering and can't bear it. And I mean, what kind of thing that? Chance. Chance. The whole way I live in a chance. You know not what tomorrow will bring. But guess what? You work for certain things happen tomorrow. And it might happen and it might not happen. Some people feel safe in prayer and it happen. Them say I true in prayer. Some people feel safe in prayer and it don't happen. Them say, boy, I never pray enough. You have man who don't pray and things go alright with him. And you have man who don't pray and things don't go alright with him. You have people who pray every day. A man come in his house and shot him, said way, like the man who now pray and shot him. But prayer is supposed to give you a sense of a hope. It's like almost like a illusion, a grand illusion of satisfaction. So people pray to satisfy some innate something. When a man pray and cry for something in him. But when we look at the society at large, right now we need more than prayer. We need more than prayer. Marcus Garvey say, what him find at Ward Theatre in the 20s, him say what him find with Jamaican men is that them pray too much. Marcus Garvey, in the 20s I said that. They must get up off of them knee. Get up off of them knee. You bend down too much. And when they went to Africa, we had the land and they had the Bible. And they taught us to close our eyes and pray. And when we open our eyes, they had our land and we had the Bible. This is the cutting edge on RFM.
Independence 2-for-1 special featuring Bang Bang.
I say is that, which is a cliche, belief kill and belief cure. But we don't know when it's going to kill or when it's going to cure. We don't know. So Marcus Garvey teach you again, say, if you have no confidence in yourself, you are twice defeated in the race of life. But with confidence, you have won even before you have started. With confidence, you have won even before you have started. We need in Jamaica more confidence in ourselves to do for ourselves and others. Because we can't pray away the problem. We have to confront the problem with solutions. And we have to know what the problem is. We can't believe what the problem, we think the problem is. Because most people in Jamaica, we say them know what the problem is now. Them know what the problem is, but them don't know how to solve the problem. But them bring in some belief thing. Belief kill and belief cure. But we don't know when it's going to kill and when it's going to cure. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. So we should arm ourselves with knowledge and go out there and confront situations, not with illusions and beliefs that is not getting us anywhere, but with definitive move towards what we must or must not do. So when a man get up and decides, say, him want some money and him going to now go find a gambling house or a racer's place or go find a gun for deal with this problem that him have of not having any money. You know, say, him really in a belief state of mind. Him being in a belief state of consciousness. Or unconsciousness, I should say. If you have no confidence in yourself, if you're gambling, and when I talk about just gambling now with money, but if you're gambling it means you're in the state of belief. Anybody out there we are listening to I right now and in a state of gambling, I'm in a state of belief. Simple. And if you have confidence in yourself and you do something and it don't work, I guarantee you that if you look on what you do, you're going to find out why it don't work. And it's not going to mean say you throw up a coin in the air and head never come and tail never come. But you're going to look into it and realize why it never work. When you have confidence in yourself, you sit down on your bed and meditate and you find out say, right, you know why the thing never work. At this, you know. You see when you gamble, you either lose or you win. But you see when you lose, trust me, you don't know why you never win. And you can't rectify it. Because most of the time when you lose in gambling, it's a one-off situation. Because you have people who gamble for the lottery and him lose. In buying a lottery, a man feels him not going to win. You know. There's no man that feels him not going to win. I read someone did buy the lottery. Him buy the lottery because him feels him can't win. But it's a gambling I take. Yet still right now you have people who sit down and beat the lottery. You have man in America where use scientific mathematics right now develop machine to beat the lottery. That every time him bet, him going to go win something. That means it passed gambling this or no, you know. It passed gambling this now. Him a deal with mathematics where him going to solve the mystery of how is it what you're going to use now to win this thing. And trust me, them find it. You have man in America will find it. It may not reach the $100 million, but when time him bet and him work it out on the machine, he will get the money and fight. And everybody can say that happen. So him past stage of gambling now. He might use mathematics to find out numbers. That is why America right now, I tap people phone so regular. Everybody phone get tapped. And the computer, they might read all of your email, whether you're in a foreign or not. They might look for certain word, a certain word get print. Boom. You know, say, you gone in a special, what them call jump drive. if them use jump drive, you got a special jump drive. And you use certain word, you got a special jump drive. Benghazi, boom. All right, see, they will use the word Benghazi, you got a special jump drive. So you know, say, you're not serious thing this or now. Them a tap in pan you. Because it's maths, them work. Maths, them work it out. Mathematically, them work it out. When them guys, they have planned them strategy, it's mathematics them use to work it out. It's not no trial and error thing. Not trial and error. It's not no belief system them I use. And you see, if when them use that system and it don't get the result where them want, them know exactly why it never work. Them know exactly why it never work. You think a man cannot pray for a man foot grow back, a 1 foot man grow back, and it don't grow back? Him can tell you why the foot don't grow back, exactly why it never grow back. Because prayer can't bring back the 1 foot man. Simple. But here with the man who deal with reality do now. Him go make a machine with some metal and some hook in there and them thing there and connect it on the man foot where broke, where have no foot, and make the man walk, put on him pants and make him walk like him have 2 foot said way. So we need to approach a thing on a different level. We're too superstitious. We believe in too much superstitious things. And superstitious things frighten away. Scare away. And it's out of fright and fear why the thing get worse. It's not because we can't do nothing about the situation, you know. But in the thing happening, we start to fear and get frightened. And because that fear and fright now make you lose yourself, that confidence in yourself gone when you start to fear. The greatest fear is fear itself. And when you start to fear, you lose all perception of what we call reality. And you start to move frantically and impulsively all over and not understanding what is ahead of you and what the situation is supposed to be and move towards solving that. Most black people find themselves in a that. Something happen and him get haywire. Him can't understand. Him get frantic. Instead of deal with the solution. Alright. This happen. Control yourself. Them think they can only go through meditation. Most Jamaican people now meditate, you know. Them now meditate. A man feel say meditation is a serious thing. Meditation is a serious thing. Because then now in that meditation, you help to solve situations. Because most of the time when a man meditate, it's solve things. Most meditations is solving things. It's not wanting things or open for things. It's solving things. We want to understand that level, that consciousness, that say, when you go into the deepness of your soul and you recognize certain problems, you meditate. Meditation helps you to solve things. Meditation don't carry you deeper into the problem. And I realize that people afraid to deal with meditation. People want to pray with the problem instead of meditate upon the solution for the problem. And prayer bring things where you hope for without working for the thing. It's almost like it's almost like a slave to something that you don't create. And you want to benefit out of something that you never create. By feeling, say, if you say 2 words in your superstitious nature, it will come to fulfillment when we need to know, say, it is a confidence in yourself that bring about the truth of the matter. So, me don't know why I meditate upon that, because me no feel say we are do the thing how it's supposed to do. We keep doing the same thing the same way all the while and expect to get a different result. It's just that. We now work out the thing scientifically. We now work out the thing mathematically. We're in some illusion. We're in an illusion. We're in an illusion with politics. We're in an illusion with religion. That is why we get tricked so much. The guy who know in a power of the solution for everything. And when him in a power, he can't solve nothing. And he put you in an illusion with him. Your first, you see, one man have to listen to all certain things, you know. Because Marcus Garvey, you see all man talk about Marcus Garvey, We understand Marcus Garvey as a black man who had dealt with black nationalism and Africa for Africans. But you study Marcus Garvey and you recognize Marcus Garvey deeper, higher than where a whole heap of man really would have want to put him. For say boy right now is a black nationalist. See there, a man not doing too much blackness. Watch a man. Marcus Garvey has been recognized as one of the greatest philosophers. And when we talk about philosophers, now we are talking about not black philosopher. They have recognized Marcus Garvey as one of the greatest philosophers in the past 1,000 years. Marcus Garvey, this little black man from St. Ann Bay, and we are say there is more to Marcus Garvey than meet the eye. Like a sharp black man. There's more to Marcus Garvey than meet the eye. And we need to get into that understanding. Marcus Garvey say, watch a man. We notice a black man in a Jamaica. Them love pray and kneel down too much. They must get up and do things for themselves. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Who you think say that? And Marcus Garvey said that. Who dare them to come say the black art man is a madman? All he might do is use a different logics. Cause who say what them say is the most logical way to look at things? Who said that? We are say that we are come from a different ancestral legacy. We are come from a different DNA that connects us to Africa, that connects us to Haile Selassie, that connects us to Marcus Garvey, Kwame Nkrumah, Jomo Kenyatta, Asante Wa. We are say our logics can be defined in relationship to what they want us to be and do. Because we refuse to be what they want us to be. We are what we are, and that is the way we are going to be. Because them build them church and university, deceiving the people continuously, graduating thief and murderers. They think that them words are going to just go so? No, sir. You think we're going to just make them go so? We're going to ram it down the ears as long as we depend this airwaves just so. You think we come cock out and wine out? No. We come for wine out the madness around on the brains, and that we come for do. So, Rastafari, come show the people them certain things. On another level, different logics. Me talk about Bushman, me not talk about Bible man, me talk about Bush Rasta man. Haya Congo, Haya Bingi, Crocus Bag and Slampata, Calabash and Coconut Oil, Bird Pepper, and Dreadlocks. And that we are talking about. The black heart man. Even lion fear him. Yes, how you so Rasta to never lion, you know. Believe you me. Watch yourself, you know, who the lion out there, you know. Yes. So there will be a conference in Jamaica this month here on the Rastafari. By the way, I was telling you, you know, I am recommending that everyone who is listening to me must go and see this Rastafari exhibition that is mounted at the Institute of Jamaica. It is a very uplifting and very well presented. I mean, of all, I have been to many exhibitions. And trust me, this one can stand with those that I have seen all over the place. So I would recommend it. I would recommend that once go down to the Institute. And I never see Jalani at the Institute on Sunday, so I have to go find out from Jalani. Or come on, never see Jalani at the Institute. Jalani, how you do, man?
I'm well, Muta. Give thanks.
I never see you down at the institute. So,
yeah, I was in Montego Bay. I had a mission with the Car Gardens Committee there.
Okay. And this is pertaining to the same Rastafari conference?
The same upcoming conference.
All right. I know they said that one you're kind of low key. I don't understand why you have the key and me have the lower, or you have the lower and me have the key. How it go?
Well, not low key. In fact, it probably is a little more substantive than the previous one. And because of that, we have had to move more slowly in ensuring that we have consensus right across the board every step of the way. As you know, the conference is a collaboration between the University of the West Indies and the Rastafari Millennium Council, along with other mansions. And you know how it is with I&I. In order to...
Well, you have to make sure so you don't have no fire this year like the last time.
Well, you over me, say. So, I think, irrespective of what happens with the conference, up until this point, we have managed to facilitate amicable set of discussions which have even led to one of the outstanding things from 2010, which is that we will begin this conference with a difference in two respects. One is that there is a memorandum of understanding which the university has signed with the
Millennium Council. Okay.
Yeah, which will more or less framework the kind of collaboration that the conference expects to achieve and futuristic collaboration.
But it sounds to me like it isolated in relationship to Rastas outside of Jamaica. Is the Millennium Council speaking for instance, the Ethiopian World Federation, Rasta them, or that go outside of Jamaica? Because there's so much Rasta outside of Jamaica.
The Millennium Council is actually one of the best network Rastafari umbrellas that we have seen today. In the sense that it really is a local organization with extended reaches across the globe where Rastafari convene. It's challenged and has been challenged over the years. A succession of leaders have passed. Now Sister Mitzi is the woman as the chair. I think there's a co-chair as well. But their central objective has been leading on the intellectual property protection for Rastafari, not just locally, but in general. It's a council which is growing, and I think what it has going for it is the ability to extend its network in the way that it has, and this collaboration with the university is one of those extended networks, as is the IOG exhibition, which you just mentioned. So in a sense, the council is that point through which certain kinds of transactions are being discussed. And to this extent, it represents the common interest of Rastafari in general.
All right. So all right, the last time, what came out of that conference last time that is substantial enough to say, bring it to this conference now?
Well, Muta, there's always the question within our circles as to why is there a need for a conference and what is the purpose of such a venture. And, we are the last community who should ask that of ourselves, because the conference is really a more structured reasoning, which is something that we do ritualistically. And we say among us that reasoning can't done. The conference, the Organization of African Union of Unity started with a conference, as we know of many significant civil and political organizations. When you have a large and diverse membership that you want to be accountable to, and you also want to have dialogue with, the conference becomes, you use the word scientific in our approach. It becomes a more scientific approach towards ensuring that you bring on board the range of issues, range of personalities, and potential range of approaches that you could engage in order to deal with any matter. Now, within our community, we have unique aspirations nationally, but these aspirations that we have are shared outside of Jamaica. They are ones who have been inspired by Rastafari in ways that this movement is now a global phenomenon, but pretty much with central objectives. So what this conference has had those in the past seeks to do is to really bring together the latest deliberations, the latest research, the latest...
For instance, give me an idea of what is the latest research?
Well, I mean, where research in Rastafari is concerned, that's really driven in a very individual and specific way based on what a researcher is trying to look at. And we have a range of things, issues to do with gender and gender representation, issues to do with Rastafari and identity. There's an interesting sort of experiential work, Jailhouse Set Me Free, a brethren from the UK, representing how it is that Rastafari has become a major inspiration within the prison system in the UK, and how the state now is partnering with Rastafari in order to improve and rehabilitate various elements of black youth.
In other words, Rasta has become a part of the system?
No, on the contrary.
The system has become a part of Rasta?
No, let me say what more I said.
Yeah.
On the contrary, Rastafari continues to serve the purpose that we have always served, which is to transform the human spirit that the system has malformed. So it is really that kind of intervention where there are not enough appropriate male role models that naturally falls within I&I portfolio, given the fact that our community is heavily male-centered. And it becomes a useful point of engaging what they would call dysfunction.
But Jalani, who is holding the rein in all of this? Who holding the reins in it? All right. We could talk about the London experience. Yeah. You have Rastas now who is like police. They have become a part of the police force in England.
Yeah.
And you just talk about now the transformation in the prison by Rasta coming together with the establishment to deal with this transformation. All right. In a history, and we have to go after history. It should show that if the thing is not, if you is not holding the rein of this transformation, I don't see how it's going to be a real transformation.
To some extent, we do hold the reins because the system is without options, alternative, or power. And they now
the system is without power. The system is without power.
I didn't hear you.
The system is without power, you say?
It's without solutions and without power over the crime that they find themselves faced with. So I'm talking about how the very system has become a part of its own problem in as far as what has resulted from the socialization, the institutions, the media, range of options that have been presented to society. I'm suggesting, Muta, that we're not talking about cooptation, but on the contrary, we're talking about a level of salvaging. I think that Rastafari, irrespective of what we would like to think, is going to operate within the context of a world that it is challenged by. And based on those challenges, we're going to have to decide whether we're going to withdraw from the world and allow the challenges to continue unchecked. Even your work, Muta, on the radio, as a voice of reason in the airwaves, teaching people the content that they don't normally see themselves as having. I wouldn't say that that is a part of the system. On the contrary, it's a part of a vocalization of options of change that people have. And increasingly we are being asked to do this formally because there are no options. If you're talking about experts on addressing the social issues that have arisen from Babylon, then we have not only a sense of what it is that has caused the problem through our kind of analysis. You talked about the Rastafari with his different interpretation. Well, that is a part of the solution, I'm saying, and increasingly more of us going to have to be available to teach the society what it don't understand about itself.
All right, so you are saying now that one of the solutions is to go with a call. All right, you can't fight the thing from outside, you have to go inside. That is what you're saying. That is part of the whole thing.
Well, that's another way of putting it. Meaning that we have to decide what battles we are going to engage mentally and strategically.
We look on it and realize most of us who have recognized that we can't fight it from outside, when we go inside here, it's like Jonah in the belly of the wheel.
Yeah, but that's why we are man of
like
science and bush. We know what to do to get the results we want. If it's a hiccup or a spit out.
I have seen so much people who believe that they could get rid of, come out of the wheel belly by going into the wheel belly and end up being food for the wheel.
Well, the point though is that if you be strategic and scientific enough,
yes,
hopefully you would end up beating the whale and not having the whale swallow you, you know.
Yeah.
So you would catch the whale and everything, and everybody would be happier with that.
yeah.
But the objective is not really a stick up in that sense, where one is expecting that kind of outcome. We are really trying to facilitate a genuine partnership that sees the university as a somewhat neutral space with certain kind of infrastructure and resources that are available.
All right. I listened to Jerry Small in the function that day, right? And Jerry Small say the university get co-opted. And people who in the university who feel say them is not a part of the system of the university is part of the system, and they will recognize that them is part of the system. Or you not say that? Me say it too complicated.
No, I understand what you're saying. I mean, any efficient or functional university wants to know that it have a serious connection with the society.
Right.
And any researcher who isn't meeting that mark at any kind of level is irrelevant. So it's really a matter of interpretation. Essentially, someone needs to understand the society well in order to be able to interpret and advance that same society that it understands.
And you have to be in the university if you understand that.
You don't have to be.
Okay.
But the thing is that the university equips its faculty with resources that really and truly are meant for the development of the society. So when it gives time to me to be a Rastafari scholar, it really is saying that I am resourcing you to be resourceful to the society. And if I take that work seriously, then I'm going to understand that my research, my teaching, and my advocacy and outreach should be in some way developmental and progressive. The university is that engine that is expected to move the society in whichever direction it wants vision enough. Because you really are affording people a luxury for contemplation, research, and teaching. You understand what I'm saying? That we tend to think that is a bad thing because our society.
No, no, it's not a bad thing. It's precedent that is set. It's not a bad thing. There are precedents that said that if you don't go by that precedent, you will fall back into the same thing that you feel that you're not going to fall in. So when one look at a critical eye and say, maybe this person or these persons is doing it to advance them faculty in relationship to them start a BSc and end up a PhD. Maybe them is that the search is on for how far intellectually I can go to achieve this faculty based upon my study of being part of this group and studying this group.
Well, you know, in a sense, you're right, though, Muta, because in a way, the university over the years have become somewhat self-centered. And I mean that in the days of old, and even within our society, we have learned people who never went through universities, but have the same critical appraisal and solution-oriented mind. Now, when you have a university as a place which is set aside for that kind of development, what you really want is a sense of national and international responsibility that faculty take on. Increasingly, however, with the competition among man as it is, people are just climbing through degrees for their own self-aggrandizement. But in the institution that we understand as a university, you didn't move from one rank to the next rank outside of the acclaim of your peers based on the work that you were doing. It's not how much you used to write then, but the kind of applied theories that you were able to come up with that were a part of the way the society was legislated or governed or whatever. So you're right. And I think increasingly it is for us to remind the society that when it creams off people at the tertiary level, there's a big responsibility and accountability that holds with it. And in this regard, Muta, I think that this conference has broken new ground. And I'll just say a little about the agenda before you cut me off.
No, we have to cut off. We have to talk about, man.
What may I say is that before...
You sound like you're on the next radio station, Rasta. I refer this, you know, Rasta. Rasta.
But what I wanted to say, though, is one of the major concerns that we have within the community, within Rastafari presently, given the age of the initial members and you know, initiates, is that we have now an aging community with serious health challenges. Almost every day there are a range of different ones who need different kinds of medical intervention. And we don't have no structured system for handling this. As a community, that is. We have to do the individual collection, and in some instances it gets out of hand.
We need a collective collection.
Precisely. Now, so our conference this time starts with what we are describing as a Carl Gardens Clinic and Wellness Day. This Clinic and Wellness Day is a medical and legal clinic, and its objective is to really bring out the elders, in particular those over 60, those who have not had medical checks for a while, those who have, you know, medical issues and complaints that they would want a doctor to assess and make referrals.
That's all like me involved in that, over 60, those who have medical problems.
No, but you see, you're one of the fittest impulse.
No, man.
So you can come tell us how to do that.
What you see is not what you get, man. Behave yourself. Look here, I need some medical checkup. I need some medical checkup. Trust me. All of it.
It's not a closed session, but say we were to have a very successful day, we would want to put the, you know, according to the creed, we'd want to put the age ahead of the persons who are not as aged like yourself. You know, and make sure that them get them checks, and then the more well people can come afterwards. But this clinic happens on Monday the 12th at the University of the West Indies Old Dramatic Theatre.
Oh, that's an old place where it keep the last time.
No, man, you talk about Old Library. I talk about Old Dramatic Theatre.
Which part of Old Dramatic Theatre there?
Old Dramatic Theatre near the chapel. It's almost across from the University Chapel.
In front of,
It's in front
almost in front of Philip Sherlock.
In front of the Philip Sherlock Center, our Creative Arts Center.
Yeah, I remember it.
It's a large building that provides us with the bathroom and other facilities that we need. And we can set up a few screening rooms in that area. And, you know, it's well ventilated, etc., and pretty well accessible.
So you have a man like Pee Wee and all them man up there?
Pee-wee, in fact, is one of our best supporters. He has agreed to come and give a demonstration of alternative approaches using O-ring and other such things.
Okay.
But the substance of the work is coming through the volunteerism of the medical faculty. So we expect to have some dental screenings and basic examination, optical and medical on site, and then Marcus Goff is coordinating what is a legal aid, legal assistance clinic, which would seek to follow up on the kind of data collection that Hamilton, the Witter, the present defender. Yes. You know who I'm talking.
Yeah, man. Witter, man.
Yeah, Mr. Witter. So it is really to finish off some of that information, but also to be able to advise persons about various challenges legally that they may have had. Some of them might be related to Carl Gardens or not. For this clinic, we're hoping to mobilize ones. So we're providing some transportation assistance in the corporate area. We have asked basic leaders within the community to identify some of the shut-in that they are aware of, so that we can, get to them.
So this is so this are going on the 12th. So this is not a, so it's not an open house. That is not an open. It's just a secrets and doctor. Then that you are saying, like there's no conference happening there.
I wouldn't make it so limiting in the sense that it's a wellness day.
Yeah.
And it will have workshops that speak to this.
Okay, so you'll have workshop in that state.
Workshops.
Okay, that one find out just a day where. Okay, so
no, you're right. There's workshop happening concurrent with the clinic, and the day ends with a reasoning about the future of Rastafari elder care.
Okay,
involving ones who are directly involved in that.
And this is Monday. This is Monday happen. This is Monday.
Monday the 12th.
So the conference start Monday then?
The conference opens officially on Tuesday. Monday is a service day where we are seeking to administer to the elders, a particular elder sick out of the experience of Thailand.
Okay, so Tuesday is when the official...
Tuesday the conference officially begins.
We are that now. We are not even reached that.
And that happens at the Neville Hall Lecture Theatre in the Faculty of Humanity, or N1 we commonly say.
The little building the Rasta?
Yeah, there were challenges that we were facing, and N1 became the best option. It holds about 350 persons.
I wonder if Michael Barnett buy that little place there yet. Come like him buy Michael Barnett supposed to buy
Michael building. The Michael Barnett building it might become in the future.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the Michael Barnett building.
No, it's a serious thing. Michael have more functions in that building.
They are telling you, man. They are telling you, trust me. So wait it out. All right. So Tuesday, the grand opening going to be there. What that entail now? What the opening entail now?
Well, the opening follows a full day, which would have begun at 8:30 a.m. That day
the world famous Burger Bus.
All Rastafari delegates, regionally and globally, reporting about from their various countries.
So where you expect the Rastas coming from now? All right, so
we have coming out of the United States, out of UK, we have coming from the Eastern Caribbean, Northern Caribbean, Central Caribbean. Where else have I missed? We have, I'm not Rastafari delegate, but work represented through research on Rastafari coming out of Africa. So we also have a contribution from Japan, but he's actually looking at Rastafari in Jamaica.
All right, hold on, take up in there. We're going to come back to you. Hold the phone. Take it from your ears. Don't want you to catch no cancer that you have to go Monday.
All right,
figure out something.
This is Janet. Join us with respect for our national anthem. Let us stand and defend this one. Peace and love. Thank you. Eternal Father, bless our land, who guide us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil. Justice. Truth. Be us forever. Jamaica land we love. Jamaica. Jamaica. Jamaica land we love.
Yes, this is the Culture Nation RFM. I hope it's Jelani that we still have on the phone. Jelani? Gone. Get back Jelani there for me, operator. I could say we are going, but we want to yell up Calabash Restaurant. Yes, we have to yell up Calabash Restaurant. Believe you me. We hear that the brethren will be taking part in the Marcus Garvey vibes. Yes, I am very glad that the brethren is taking part in the Marcus Garvey celebration and Raya Bueno. It's going to be a big thing, trust me. You see that Raya Bueno celebration, yeah? It's going to be big. It's going to be very big. We want to tell the people that there is an exhibition, a Rastafari exhibition that is taking place right in the heart of Kingston there at the Institute, where it's a must-see. Must-see, yes. Here, Jelani. Is we are going? What is happening? Why we not get where we're supposed to get? Yeah. Operator, I don't understand what's going on here. Yes. Supposed to get on the phone. No, there. Okay, as well as I say, watch out. If me press it again and it not come through, Yes. Oh. Wow. All right. Make you try something else. Yeah. Believe you me. Get there again. Give thanks.
I'm here, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. A sister just called me a while ago, you see. And she said, we're going to spend the whole night and talk about the intellectual part. She want to hear about some visual things where Rastafari present culturally in terms of his craft, in terms of just cultural things, music, in terms of what is going to happen up there that is not intellectually, mind-boggling.
I would hope that one could see the whole production as not a merely intellectual exercise, but a range of cultural production. We have 9 films which are included within the presentation, because in a sense there's a lot of work that is being done on Rastafari. We think that this kind of forum should be an opportunity for us to view them critically and to register our feelings about them. We also have cultural performances on the opening and closing night. We can't really sustain that throughout the week. The films kind of close out most evenings outside of that. We also have an open vending concession for persons who wish to sell craft items.
Where that I go keep? Because, the last time I know they have it cross the road from N1.
It's on the same side that Mary Seacole is. We're going
that's what I said. The same way only did have it the last time, cross the road.
Constructing tents. Now, the issue is that in order to allow us the full freedoms that we want, that space is the best space because it accommodates the vending and other kinds of, related activities without...
So when you say vending, like where you gonna have ice cream, where you gonna have over there? When you say vending,
well, we have a range of idle food concessionaires. who are selling craft, persons who are selling clothing. There is a painter who is doing things on the spot, portraits, a range of what you would kind of expect if you went to a mini fair, so to speak.
All right, so this is from Monday. You talk about this from Monday.
From Monday right up to Thursday evening. This is happening.
The craft thing, I'll go on from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And ones who are interested can get in touch with the Institute of Caribbean Studies on the phone 977-1951.
977-1591.
1951. 977-1951.
Your birthday.
To get more information, or they can go to our website. If they were to Google Rastafari Studies 2013, it would take them to the website, and information is there as well.
Okay. All right. The next thing now, you say, is that you say, all right, the official day is Tuesday. When you have the official opening and thing, who are opening it?
Well, the highlight for the opening is the Prime Minister of St. Vincent, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, who's agreed to be the keynote. You would know that he is a big part of the regional thrust towards reparations.
Reparation, definitely.
And it is through the initiatives around him and our own commission that the St. Vincent was chosen, and now there is now a regional sort of approach. The idea in asking him to open is to begin a conversation about the Rastafari specific interest within this dialogue. If you understand, to draw from that, because he has done some things with bilaterals with Ethiopia.
Yes.
And St. Vincentians can travel to Ethiopia without visa requirements.
Definitely.
Yeah, he went there on a delegation in 2004.
But our Prime Minister got there that day, we don't hear nothing about that again.
The good news is that our Prime Minister has agreed to close the conference on the Thursday evening.
That is a good news?
Hello?
That is a good news?
Well, you asked about her reporting about her visit to Africa.
So she go and report it, closing is about reporting to what in Africa, that's what you say?
I'm saying that she is given an opportunity to, what she said before she went was that when she came back, she wanted to speak to Rastafari about her trip and other things. So this provides some context, not only for her to make that representation, but also for us likewise to make representation about issues which hopefully the conference can help to galvanize.
Hold on. Let me get something clear now. The Prime Minister going to come to give a speech to the Rastafari community.
No, Muta, you're going ahead of me.
No, we're upon the closing. It's the closing we are talking about, you know.
It's the closing.
You said she's going to close the conference.
Yeah.
What she going to do when she come to close the conference? She's going to speak. Right?
Yes.
All right. Is this the time now when Rasta going to get up when she attack, I question her, or is it that she just going to close the conference and go away? Is this the time now when she going to present what she said she would do when she come back, is speak about what transpire in Ethiopia? This is what is this all about?
I certainly hope that we have the benefit of, like you.
No, wait, no man. No, you can't benefit of me. Me on the plan of Rasta. You Millennium Council on a plan is something. Me want to find out what is the purpose of the Prime Minister closing the Rasta conference. That is what I ask.
Well, the conference has been opened by a leader who we know his position as it means preparation, etc.
Him carry Rasta upon him delegation got Ethiopia too.
Yeah, Muta.
So I ask now, me not talk about him now, me talk about the Prime Minister of Jamaica. What is the purpose of getting the Prime Minister to close the Rasta conference? And that may I ask.
Well, as I said before, she had visited Ethiopia.
Yes.
the understanding is that she has not spoken to Rastafari in a specific way since she has returned.
Yes.
About what it is that the mission achieved and some of her desired projection coming from that. We know that she has said various things in various media. I think what we would expect is that she would be able to give us a fulsome account of her experience in Ethiopia would mean for us in Jamaica.
So you don't know what you're going to say then. You just hope that she's going to deal with that.
And that's why I was saying originally that you're gonna head to ask me to anticipate her own speech.
No. Me not
right now, let me tell you, we have invited her in the context of her returning from Ethiopia and wishing to hear from her.
Then I said the rest of them are hopes that you're going to talk about something where them want to hear about what you go to Ethiopia about. That's what I say. That is the reason why I want to invite her. I want to invite her there with the intention and the hope that she talk about things that happen and what's supposed to transpire in Ethiopia. Because they said you're going to meet back with it. It's a group of Rasta go sit down with her. I think you was a part of it. Sit down with her when she was going, you know. All right. So she go now. One would expect that she meet again with a group of Rastas. But obviously you are saying now that she not meeting with a group of Rastas who she meet before she go. But you are hoping that when she speak at the closing conference, she will speak at the things that she should have been speaking to when she meet the Rastas again.
Well, Muta, as I said, I don't know what she is likely to speak on specifically. But we have asked her in the context of her recent return from the AU.
Okay.
And the trip to Ethiopia. That's the context that we have invited her through.
Yeah.
And she has accepted the invitation.
Yeah.
I haven't been briefed as to what it is that she will say.
But you're not going to be briefed. She's going to say what she wants to say. So they're not going to tell her what to say. She's going to say she's the Prime Minister.
Well, Muta, I expect that she's going to facilitate some kind of dialogue at that time.
Yes.
She has suggested that she's open to that.
So we can ask her a question there then.
I can find out. I wouldn't see any reason why not. She has taken questions elsewhere. I don't think that would be a problem, But I can always ensure that those things are indicated to people so people can prepare the questions that they might want to,
So you don't think that it should be a part of it? A question and answer part? You don't think that should be a part?
Well, normally, it depends on what it is that the speaker agrees to.
But we're not talking about what the speaker agreed to. We're not talking about what Rasta want. We're not talking about what the speaker agreed to.
I don't think it's difficult for us to be debating. I don't think the Prime Minister is going to be shying away from questions. I can say that.
We hope not. That is where we are hope again. We're hoping and faith in a constant spring and constant, hope.
Yeah, man. But
so we are hope such a don't
that there was any sort of in fact, she received the invitation with pleasure and said that she was making way in her calendar to accommodate this. So I get the impression that her approach to this is one that should be encouraging.
So may I ask you if you did say to her, say,
I didn't speak to her.
Whosoever do it. So you're part of the whole thing, brethren. You're part of the whole thing, So may I ask you if there was a part with say.
In our invitation.
Yeah, you don't send an invitation.
We got response to the invitation.
But you say the invitation was sent in relationship to you hope that she would refer to the visit to Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm.
That is the purpose of sending her invitation. If she never did go to Ethiopia, maybe we would never send her the invitation.
Well, I think that the issue of reparations has also been of concern even before she went to Ethiopia.
Yeah, so all right. Get it clear. Why did the organizers of the Rastafari conference invite the Prime Minister to the conference? Why did they invite her there?
Invitation was sent to the Prime Minister because she has returned from
all right, Ethiopia. Then that me I say, invite her there because she go to Ethiopia the other day. If she never go to Ethiopia the other day, maybe we'll never invite her.
All right. Well, you can say that.
Me
if
no
you
politician, you know, Bridget. So me can't talk that way. Me don't know if you're a politician, but me no politician.
But we don't know if she may have been invited. Likewise, I'm saying that reparation is an issue that her government has engaged.
But
so
you
we
just
should have decided on that.
But you're making clear that she was invited based off of the premise that she went to Ethiopia. Me not talking about reparation. Me talk about her visit to Ethiopia. If she never go to Ethiopia, more than likely we would never invite her.
All right. Well, you're free to say that, Muta.
Then me I say that, and me I say that, and me I say that. So when me I say now, if it's because she got to Ethiopia, why, based upon of my talking, it's because she got to Ethiopia, why I invite her, because I don't want to hear something that will benefit the Rastafari community. I am asking now, if the invitation was sent to do that, based upon of where Rasta have not in mind, couldn't the invitation also say that we hope that Miss P, Sister P, would be in point where she would take some question and answers? Because I have said these things before the thing started to say no question and answer. She don't say what she has and gone.
All right. So, Muta,
yes, sir.
I have been guided that there will be communication, and I will make sure that I think this was raised before by another member of the committee, whether we would have a chance to engage with her on issues that were raised or we would want to raise, and now you are raising it. So I think it's something that we should indicate that would be of interest in our correspondence, and I'll do that.
So you never said this is a very important part of the thing, Regine?
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking your point as something that needs the clarification in the prior communication. So is that necessary? May I go make sure that we communicate that?
Yes.
Yeah, man. And it's important. You have raised it, and it has been raised before. So it's
well, so you can't make it me sound like me I get miserable. Me I get miserable.
Come on, I'm saying that outside of you, the same question was asked.
Maybe that miserable rasta like me ask the question.
No, it's a pertinent question, Muta.
All right. So which day you got to talk? Which day? Thursday.
On the Thursday evening.
The Thursday evening.
What I wanted to say was that in the same way that the conference officially opens on Tuesday and officially closes on Thursday.
Yeah.
We had things before, we have things afterwards. So the Friday, the clinic that we did in Kingston is repeated in Montego Bay.
Okay.
In order to be able to specifically...
We're in Montego Bay.
This will happen at the Western Jamaica campus of the university. They have facilities that can...
Definitely.
They can,
it's central. It's definitely
central. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So the point is that the service sort of medical starts and ends the Sunday before, which is the 11th, at the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. There is a pre-gathering where we are reasoning on rites of passage within Rastafari. The reasoning takes place after the church service, so it happens 2 to 6 o'clock, and we have ones like Priest Dermot Fagan, Sister Minnie, Queen Mother Moses, Ras Medin, who is the chair and coordinator of that session. We're hoping that some other ones will come in, but the idea is to look at how it is we have represented certain things like burial.
Jalani, make I tell you something. I have been pressuring. Pressure. That when I say pressuring, I mean like pressuring, including my daughters. And I don't want to call her name. That look here. Why you don't sit down? Because there is a precedent that was set about, birth, wedding, burial in Rastafari. There was a precedent that was set outside of the normal way of doing these things, right? And the persons who set the precedents, I asked them to sit down with one of the elders of the Millennium Council, which I shall not call now, and say, look here, why you don't sit down with these sisters and write down these things? This is like for about how much year now me I ask for do it? 2-3 years me I ask. But every time me see them, me say, why is it so difficult for one to recognize say Rasta reach a stage now where we need that rites of passage? Rasta can't abandon Jesus all of them life and Jesus bury them in a Jesus church.
See,
inside a cross.
Part of the thing is that there is really no serious conversation in the way that I hear you talking about write it down and
I have been preaching this thing. Watch out. Me go a bingy and me talk about debt and people say me I bring debt in and I bingy out and I say but what I don't like talk about debt, money and sex. Them don't like talk about it. You understand? And I keep pushing that. And I go to my daughter, I said look here, I see you know do something here very important. When I'm a bridging them pathway, never go to church, we do some rites and rites and all things. I said look here. Write it down. Make her write it down.
So Muta, your daughters are therefore a key resource for this gathering we're having then?
I am just saying that for years, I have been impressing upon them to meet with this other sister to write down something.
I'm going to call them tomorrow
and I am trying to figure out why is it that I have to keep a tell one this thing. It's an important thing in a Rasta. Rasta is important. And I see them do the thing. And I see that we do something, and I say, but this is the way to go. This is how it's supposed to be done. You know, we have done this thing.
The point about this reasoning at the church is to share those experiences that people have that understanding, be able to document it properly, and at least there are options that are immediately available that people can start to think through how to move them forward, etc.
You see, my problem when I hear about the church now, it gone back in, I'm thinking about God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Ghost, and Jesus
This happening
Christ.
after church.
Eh?
This happening after church upstairs.
No, I know, but when I say it's doing the same thing the same way, you know, you're going to have this.
Oh, I understand something though, differently though, Muta.
Yeah.
We are choosing spaces that are available to us.
Yeah, and it does so happen that the place where the rites of passage, which is birth, wedding and burial have to deal with, is in a church. And so on, choose a church building to deal with that.
Well, and the logic was that there's an orthodox way that we know is available.
It's the same way every church do it, the same way the Orthodox church do it. It's the same way.
No, but we are talking about in specific relation, the Ethiopian Orthodox.
The Ethiopian Orthodox Church is not a Rasta church.
No, we know that. We're not arguing that though.
So if it's, no, when I say argument, I say, if it's not a Rasta church, Rasta must develop them own rites of passage, separate and apart from Ethiopian Orthodox Church, Roman Catholic Church, 70, Jehovah's Witness, all of them.
What do you say to the brethren who say that the church buried dead and happily will bury Rastafari dead?
Every church happily bury Rasta. Every church.
Finish, Muta. Remember finish.
Yeah.
And I don't deal with dead. Right?
Who not deal with dead?
Those who hold them kind of philosophies.
You know why brothers used to say them never deal with dead? Because them did young, they never see nobody are dead around them.
No, I know I over what you said to you now. But there's also the Rasta man who is not young, who maintains say he not deal with dead.
Yeah, well, I don't care what him wants. I say Rasta must have a rites of passage, and the rites of passage must be independent of Christian church.
I hear what you're saying fully, Muta.
Yes.
And I am saying to you, though, what has been happening in our reality is when we run away from those who pass on, in many instances, it's the church, the Orthodox Church, who ones appeal to,
of course,
and do the right.
Yes, I know most Rasta who I see dead is church bury them. Yeah, so I am saying no, that is something that we have taken note of, and we now say that Rasta must develop them own rites of passage that church do have to bury them. Whether the Ethiopian Orthodox Church or 7-day church, it's the same church.
that is the point that this reasoning is intended to. And
you're going to have the reason in a church. You're going to have reason in a church.
It's not in a church. It's upstairs. The church may tell you, Muta. It's above the church.
Right. Yeah, it's above the church. It's from Mars. Yeah, man.
And what I wanted to say is that, and the day before that, which is the Saturday, our intention is to share a reasoning at the EABIC, the Bubba Hill headquarters at Tenma Bay.
Yeah.
After the Sabbath.
Yes.
Ones who are interested, we are going up there to really begin the discussions that we will take further through the conference.
Yes.
But it's a Marcus Garvey sort of pre-Marcus Garvey celebration. Bobo Congress is one of the stronger foundations for celebrating that day.
Yes.
So we had indicated in some of our early...
This is what, the 17th you're talking about?
No, man, may I say, on the 10th, which is this Saturday.
Yes.
We will go to Bobo after Sabbath for a reasoning on repatriation.
Oh, you mean the 10th? You mean this Saturday?
This Saturday.
Oh, this Saturday. Oh, well, that's before the... I think we did at the end of the conference, but you're talking about now before the conference.
What I was saying is that the conference has pre-activity and post-activity.
Okay. All right, yes, I get you.
Yeah, the pre-activity has the Orthodox Church on Sunday after service.
Talking about rites of passage.
And it has Bobo Hill on Saturday after Sabbath talking about repatriation.
Yes, that makes more sense.
Ones who are interested, can likewise make us know, and if they need to be assisted, particularly to get to Bobo Hill, we would try to facilitate.
Provide transportation. All right, so not Pittsburgh, not Scotch Pass.
On the Friday, the after the clinic at the Western Campus, there is a family reasoning at Pittsburgh. And by that we mean that, it's really about family matters. And that occasion we really are expecting for the Rastafari community now to come together in that space to talk about some of the issues raised in the conference and those that were not raised that are of importance for our future development. And you are well aware of some of the serious issues in front of us. So the intention is really to culminate with that reasoning at Pittsburgh after the clinic itself, and then seal up with ISIS.
All right, give thanks, brethren. We wish you a successful conference, and as we say, I hope this little interview here will help to broaden the knowing of it, them way they...
Yeah, man, we give thanks for that, Muta. Our reminder is to ones who are interested in the clinic on the Monday and the Friday. So that's Monday on campus, the 12th, and Friday at Western Campus in Montego Bay, the 16th. Can try and get in touch with us about how it is to actually participate in there.
All right.
But yeah, we're seeking to really engage the full community to come into a reasoning that we hope to be purposeful and advancing us in the way that is right and correct.
The problem with it is now that when we start on Tuesday, well, I just have to come back, and as I come back, I have this 2 Wednesday and Thursday, and so I really like hear the Prime Minister vibes, and I don't know. I have to work it out.
Well, you might be able to carry it live on the stepping razor,
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna send for. I'm make you come up there.
Well, actually, the closing is between 6 and 8. That's the time on Thursday.
Oh well, that I coaching edge, that I stepping razor done.
Yeah.
So why don't you never make stepping razor come up there for the day, man, from 2 to 6?
Well, Muta, it seems as though that might be the way of going about it, you know?
Then talk to Angela Williams, man. She's a very
She can do for you wait.
No, wait there. I am just an announcer here. I am a don't market, don't do no marketing.
You are Mutabaruka.
Look here, I am Mutabaruka, who is announcer here. I am saying that Angela Williams is not a unreasonable person. You understand?
All right, so I go to Angela with your words of encouragement.
I was wondering how come you don't put stepping razors in the day now. We should have stepping razors up there.
No, but that what you're saying would be a perfect sort of outside compliment on that day. So, yeah, man, we have to go talk
work it out.
Yeah, man.
Go back to the Millennium Council and see what you can do.
All right, Brother Muta.
I am very glad that you are working fine with the Millennium Council this year.
Well, we're all very pleased that the discussions have gone forward as best as possible, and I think that we have much more work to do, and we can look forward to doing that in a good spirit based on how we're moving now.
Give thanks, Bridget.
Yes,
Highly. Yeah, that was Jalani, one of the chief organizers of the Rastafari conference that will take place, as you hear him say, starting. You can't afford for me to step in razor tomorrow. Trust me. We have well, I don't even want to tell you as well, but it's in line with history, Jamaica, what transpired during the 70s. I go funny, believe you me, what we're going to do tomorrow is not going to be funny. Stepping razor, the art of war. We see so much people. We a sister in New York, a guy call her name, she could have listen to Vinette Price. Say she listen to me talk about the planting thing, and she tell me how much, me say I'm Miami the other day, she tell me how much she plant on top of her roof. Well, a most roof she plant because she not no yard space. Well, I want to tell you now, say, and I'm going to repeat it tomorrow too, because it look like we are start a movement, you know, because you have some ones we are listening to in France, keenly, especially south of France, there, you know. We know some sisters in Paris, but it look like we extend the listenership, you know, to in the south of France, the way. Trust me, Muta start farm on top of rooftop, you know, in Paris, and all these, not Paris, in the south of France. Once I call and I say, well, we are listening to you, we over here in the south of France, and we start a thing on top of the roof. So, if people in a foreign can listen to me, and I start plant, we not have no ground in the yard. Them don't have no yard much less, because most of them place there, a roof you have to go up, sit down pan. You know, people go up on the roof, go have drink and, you know, watch the sunset and watch the moon and all them something there. Well, if stepping razor can make them a plant on top of them roof, you know, much less Jamaica, who a Jamaica we did have push the thing too. And now we hear one sister show me a thing, now some more sister show me a next thing. So we're glad to the message I reach out. So we want to tell you, say, you see tomorrow now, little more from this, stepping razor. And we want you know, what the people in the island know, say, reggae sun dance, we did it. Yes, we did it. Saturday, we are going there in a Eindhoven, them pronounce it now, yeah. Eindhoven, Eindhoven. We will be in Eindhoven, in Holland, at the Sundance Reggae Festival, which also feature Israel Vibration, Janine, Chronic, Gentleman, Alpha Blonde, Mutabaruka, Dean Fraser. I wonder if I get all of them, you know. The sweetest part of this thing, them festival start from 11 o'clock in the day. 11 o'clock. I say, 11 o'clock when people tell us the festival start, 11 o'clock that day. Trust me, the place pack up. In Jamaica, you tell people, say 11 o'clock that day, them say, oh, you're mad, you think me are going away 11 o'clock that day. But people got things 11 o'clock that day. We have been witness to people coming to things 6 o'clock in the morning. Watch and see what going to happen out of Raya Bueno. Watch and see what going to happen out of Raya Bueno. The 18th in the morning. 6 o'clock in the morning. Yes, believe you me. Okay, so we're there with you. As we are saying, watch out for where we go on the stepping razor. Little more from this. Trust me, it's going to be explosive. The man say a real bongo now, brand new music coming from Steve Marley, Spragga Benz, and Damian Marley. So we reach a stage now where we have to tell you that we are go to Holland and we come forward, and I really, there's two things that happen that I really, every time it happen, I mean, every time something happens, I know it seems as if I got somewhere, because the other day when they was opening the exhibition, I really wanted to be there, but I was somewhere else. But I went to see the exhibition, and I am telling all the ones them who don't go yet to go. It is a very, if it is well presented, so I think that one should really go through there and see what the Rastafari community have to offer when it comes on to the history of Rasta, and just certain thoughts and photos and things that make Rastafari what Rastafari is. I am hearing that there will be a fun day at the gallery there. Yes, there's a fun day that is taking place. I'm going to look for the information and come back to you about this fun day. So we so come forward with the information.
Independence 2-for-1 special featuring Bang Belly Hotel.
The Jamaicans alone love freeness. You know, say Ellie and the other one, they pan BET award for free.
The student.
Yeah, but I constant you can get pregnant and treat them. Me go home.
Tuesday, August 6th. Transport.
Yes. Wow. Music. The time is 19 minutes past 1 o'clock, you know. Yes. We are step, trust me, we are step forward to step in razor. So I did tell you about this thing, and we're going to keep the Rastafari exhibition come again. The Rastafari exhibition 2013 Family Fun Day on August the 10th from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Institute of Jamaica, Water Lane. So I know that this is taking place. This is taking place on the 10th, which is this weekend, yeah, from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. All right. So if you need some information about it, it's 293-3855. 293-3855. Rastafari on the move. We want you to know that Marcus Garvey Earth Day is coming up. Next week, we will be having live in the studio with Reverend Ray Higgins. Yes, we will be having him live in the studio. That's the only way we can have him, don't it? The only way we can have him live in the studio. Okay.
Independence 2-for-1 special featuring Bang Belly.
Yes, the man says your man face, but you don't want to see parts. Trust me, that thing there is a weird, we don't know, it's a weird phenomenon though. This pants below the knee, and I mean, oh, them say Jamaican homophobic. Jamaican homophobic man could now walk up and down so with a showing bottom, man. Believe you me. Because I see a man who show them bottom with a killer, a gay guy, you know. But I understand the irony in the situation. A guy show him bottom. And if him hate a guy is a bottom guy, he just ready to kill and murder. Can somebody please explain the irrational thinking behind this thing? You understand? Because just like how a man see all a girl and I serve the girl. And this is serious thing. A man out there see all a girl in a mini and so she dress and all them really and him I serve her and a think all sort of thing. You know if you say a man out there I serve your bottom and I see you and a think all sort of thing about you. Yeah, believe you me. Trust me. You cannot imagine all them guys that I walk with them pants below them waist. And I get a guy that's around the corner and say, wow, oh gosh, man. Just like when a man look on a girl, why you putting that in the gay guy way? You putting your body parts in the gay guy way. It's a crazy thing, man. It's crazy. It's really, 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 really crazy. To see these youth with them pants. And them have to walk like them just come from toilet and them never wipe them bottom good. You know them really? Them have to walk and open out them foot because them don't want the pants drop off. What the hell is going on? Really? What is really going on? That man reached that level. The woman them a carry up them dress and the man them a pull down them pants. Boy, you know what I talk about. We have it. White supremacy catch the whole away. Believe you me.
You want to go.
Not very known in Jamaica, but trust me, them are going with things. People don't find it funny how them tell you about Nazareth in a Jerusalem. Everybody hear about Nazareth. Some people say Jesus come from Bethlehem. Some people say him come from Nazareth. But for those of us who really check the thing deep, and most lay person on the road will understand it, that it's very strange that before Jesus there was no town of Nazareth. Yes, I kid you not. There is no record of any place named Nazareth before Jesus born. Yes. Think about it. There is no place named Nazareth before Jesus. So who created this town of Nazareth? To put Jesus in that place. To fulfill prophecy according to them. Can anything good come out of Nazareth? Tell me. You never know that. When me are telling you something now, ask a person how long Nazareth exists. We are talking about geographically. There was no Nazareth. I tell you, it's like when I smoke ganja. And time I play the tune, then we get high. Yes, all the ones them who stay with me. And remember, we did do an interview with Jalani, Rastafari conference, University of the West Indies start Monday. The official opening is on Tuesday. It go right till Thursday. You know, so something to really go to and attend. Believe you me. Yes, something to go to and attend. Trust me, you can't say never hear. Information 293-3855. 293-3855. Word the cause, important. Rastafari on the move.
So my people, this one was indeed a warm and interesting one. So feel free to leave an honest comment down in the comment section. And also, your own opinion. And you don't know, say, me day upon the Black Unity program. So feel free to leave a like and subscribe to this channel if you're new. Bless up to each and everyone. Up until then, peace out. Adios.